Hello dear students, welcome in science class 7. Today we are going to learn a summary of the new lesson number 4, heat. So let us start the summary of this lesson. In previous classes you have learned that woolen clothes obtained from animal fibers and cotton clothes obtained from plant fibers. We wear woolen clothes during winter while we prefer cotton clothes during summer. Why we do so? Because woolen clothes give us warmness while the cotton clothes protect us from the warmness or hotness. In summer you feel hot even inside the house, while in winter you feel cold inside the house. If you come out in the sun during winter, you feel warm. Now, what does it indicate? It indicates that the hotness or coldness of the weather. Okay? So, let us check how many or how the object feels us. Let us start activity. In our day-to-day life, we come across a number of objects. These common objects are given in table 4.1. You have to check whether the object is hot or cold. Ice cream is cold. Spoon in a teacup, it's warm. Fruit juice, it's cold. Handle of a frying pan, it's warm or hot. We see that some objects are cold while some are hot. You also know that some objects are hotter than others while some are colder than others. How do we decide which object is hotter than the other? We often do it by touching the object. What we do? We'll touch the object to check whether it is cold or hot. So, another activity is given in 4.1. Take 3 small tube container, label them as A, B, C. What you have to check the hotness. Okay. In short, you have to take 3 tumblers like this. In first tumbler or in a container, you have to add hot water in and label this container as A. Now take cold water in B and mix the water in C container. Okay, you have to check by adding your hands or putting your hands. You can dip simply into the container your hand in. You can check whether it is hot or cold or any other change. Okay, dip your left hand into the container A. Now put or dip your right hand into the container B. After keeping the hand in two container for 2-3 minutes, put both the hands simultaneously in the container C. Do both the hands get same feeling? You will get confused because there is no change you found. Okay, then how do we find out how hot an object really is? A reliable measure of the hotness of an object is its temperature. Means hotness, measurement of hotness is a temperature. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. We called it as a thermometer. Okay, now measuring temperature. There are 2 types of thermometer. First one is a clinical thermometer. the thermometer that measures our body temperature is called clinical thermometer. Uh, body temperature measuring thermometer is called clinical thermometer, and the thermometer which is useful or used in a laboratory is called laboratory thermometer. Okay, let us check about the clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. Okay, like this. This is shiny mercury. Now, activity is given here 4.2. Reading a thermometer. How can you read the clinical thermometer? First, note the temperature difference indicate between the two bigger marks. You have to make make a note of two bigger marks. Also note down the number of divisions between the marks. Suppose the bigger marks reads 1 degree, then there are 5 divisions between them. Then one small division was the small division can be read as a 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2 degree centigrade. Wash the thermometer preferably with an antiseptic solution. Always you have to wash thermometer. Hold it firmly and give it few jerks. You have to jerk the thermometer. The jerk will bring the level of mercury down. Ensure that it fall below 35 degree centigrade. In short, you have to always shake the thermometer and check whether the temperature is below 35 degree centigrade before testing the body temperature. Okay, the normal temperature of human body is 37 degree centigrade. Note that the temperature is stated with its unit. Okay, it's always in degree centigrade. There are 3 units: degree centigrade, Fahrenheit, or in kelvins. Okay, temperature is measured in 3 units: degree centigrade, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Okay, there are 3 measuring units. Now activity 4.3. Measure the body temperature of some of your friends. Okay, and complete this table. Write down the names of your friends and write its temperature or body temperature. You will find different between every person. Okay, some have exactly 37 degrees centigrade body temperature, some have little or slightly higher or slightly lower. Actually, what we call normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. Okay, the body temperature may vary little while. Okay, the clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. Clinical thermometer is useful only for the human body. Okay, the temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees centigrade or above 40 degrees centigrade. That is the reason thermometer has the range 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees centigrade. Okay, now let us check laboratory thermometer. Okay, this laboratory thermometer has some important characteristics. The range of a laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade, means lowest to highest. Okay, now one activity is given in 4.4. Take some tap water in a beaker or a mug. Dip the thermometer in water so that the bulb is immersed in water but does not touch the bottom or the sides of the corner. Okay. Hold the thermometer vertically. Observe the movement of mercury in the thermometer. Wait till the mercury thread becomes steady. In short, you have to take tap water from your tap in the beaker and dip thermometer and hold the thermometer vertically and observe the movement of the mercury in the thermometer. Note the reading. Now compare the temperature of water recorded by each student in the class. You will find little variation, as some students will disturb the thermometer, therefore the difference will happen. Now activity 4.5. Take some hot water in a beaker or a mug. Dip the thermometer in water. Wait till the mercury thread becomes steady and note the temperature. Now take out the thermometer from the water. Simply same activity you have to perform. Instead of tap water, you have to take here hot water and dip the thermometer, then check the mercury thread becomes steady and note the temperature. Okay. You have to take out the thermometer from water. Observe carefully what happened now. Do you notice that as soon as you take out the thermometer out of water, the level of mercury begins to fall? You will observe that as soon as you take out the thermometer from beaker, you will observe the level of mercury begins to fall. This means that the temperature must be read while the thermometer is in water. Simply, you have to check the temperature inside the hot water or inside the container of the, and you will observe that the laboratory thermometer in laboratory thermometer the temperature falls quickly down while you will put the thermometer outside the container. Why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when taken out of the mouth? This will not happen with the clinical thermometer. Means the mercury level will not fall or rise when you will put it out from the mouth, because there is a kink found in the clinical thermometer. Observe this figure. You will find that this kink is observed, and this will not fall. This will not allow to fall down the temperature of the thermometer. Students, we'll stop here and we'll continue the summary in next video. Okay, thank you.